things that I would give as an advice to anyone trying to open their own business is really understanding the core of what you want to do. So what is it that you want to be known for? What do you want your restaurant to be known for? Or is it the food? Is it the ambiance? Is it the drink? And you want to make sure that you really focus on that and not so much on the aesthetics. Right? Aesthetics is nice, but that can always be adjusted. And you don't want to invest too much into the aesthetics, because at the end of the day, that's someone's building. If you've not bought the building, it's not really yours. So you're really investing into another person's building, which they would own, and then you're making it better for the next person if you decide to leave. So I would say, make sure that you don't dive heading with your investment. You don't want to put too much money down without even knowing what your return on investment is. You want to make sure that you try to educate yourself, look at other restaurants that are doing what you want your restaurant to do and try to see what you can copy from them, what you can learn from them, and also how you can structure your own business to be able to do that and better.
Right. So I would say 3 things, right? So the first thing I would say is making sure that you build a lot of relationship with the community, right?
Yes.
So you are part of the community or part of different organizations and associations, so that by the time that you do have a business, whether it's a restaurant or any other business, you're able to have these members of the community that are other fellow business owners say, hey, okay, we need a space that we need to host our next meeting. Can we use your space? So now you're making money from event space, right? And then now catering, we have a company events like for employees, or we have the Chamber of Commerce hosting an event. We need catering. So now they're thinking about you because you are a part of the organization or associations, whether it's chambers of commerces. Like for example, I live in Baltimore City, so Baltimore City Chamber of Commerce is, for me, it's a no-brainer, right? And other organizations like DPO, Downtown Partnership of Baltimore. So they have a lot of events that they do to educate people in regards to what is going on in Baltimore City, where's some of the funding going, and other people that are there are decision makers. So you're able to actually meet people that are decision makers, working with the mayor and the governors and all of that can, be able to help you or guide you towards the right direction in terms of your business, even with funding or other initiatives, right?
That you might need.
And also, I would say another thing is you want to make sure that you learn from other business owners that are in the restaurant industry. For example, I'm a foodie, so I like to eat out a lot here in Baltimore City or anywhere, DC, anywhere when I travel, right? I like to try new foods. So I would say that it's good to be able to learn from other business owners that are willing to share. I think I told you there's a major company here. They own a lot of fine dining restaurants here in Baltimore City. And not even just here in Baltimore City, Miami, New York, Pennsylvania, and they're doing well, even Washington, DC. And I told her that the next time you open another restaurant, this is for you and anybody listening that's thinking about starting a restaurant, you want to make sure that you tap in with these type of companies, because some of them they offer consultations where they will come in and help you structure your restaurant. They will help you find good team members. They will help you with your marketing. They'll help you to scale your business, find other ways to be able to grow your business. And this specific company that I'm talking about that have chains of restaurants left and right, they offer restaurant consulting services. And that's what I told Raissa, next time that's what you need to do. If you're ever thinking about opening up another restaurant. And anybody listening should also, do the same thing. Learn from other people that are more successful than yourself. And the third thing I mentioned was you need to be able to, that's actually one of the reasons why I got inspired to become a business broker and decided that, okay, I need to find a business brokerage that will endorse me and that will, take me in their team so that I can be able to serve other small business owners and entrepreneurs, because as I'm doing, since I have a financial services company, I'm fixing people's credit. I help them also get, funding, because I work with different lenders as a loan broker. And they would say, hey, okay, I have this funding. I want to start a business. I don't know what business to start. And I would be like, okay, well, I'm giving them ideas, but I'm like, I'm not a business broker, right? So that's what inspired me to say, you know what? I'm already in business. I'm working with small business owners. I need to be able to work with a business brokerage where I can also learn from the business brokerage, get the training, get the credentials that I need to be able to help other people that have businesses So as somebody that wants to open up a restaurant, why don't you just buy an existing, restaurant, a successful restaurant that is doing well, that you can see the numbers, you can meet with the owners will train you for at least 2 weeks, because any business that you purchase, the owners have to train you for at least 2 weeks. They will give you their book of businesses, their vendors. So you are not, learning from scratch. You are just following a blueprint. Yeah. They will literally give you everything that they have available for you to be able to succeed, right? So again, those 3 things is either, you buy an existing restaurant that's doing well, right? You look at the numbers, they have a good revenue, and they will train you, and they will give you all their book of business, all their clients, their vendors, everything. The second one is you want to be able to network within the community, join different organizations. If you live in whichever city or state, I live in Baltimore City, so for me, it makes sense to join the Baltimore City Chamber of Commerce. There are other people in the industry that are business owners, small business owners, entrepreneurs that we can network with and be able to provide business, right? Yes. They will be able to help you with, we need catering. We're going to work with you. We need a space to host our events. They're going to work with you. And then the third thing was work with a consulting agency that specializes in restaurants. Yeah. Right? And they will be able to put the systems in place so that you're not making the mistakes of a rookie starting from scratch. So those are the 3 things that I would say. Yeah. And the last thing is location. Parking. You want to have a place that has parking. Right? Because again, if people can't find parking, they're going to go to your competitor. Yep. So 4 things actually. Well, but so definitely parking. Unless you're really in the city, because DC does not have parking, but the restaurants are still full. Yes. But just have to put that into consideration, right? You have to put that into consideration. But I think you definitely mentioned a lot of good points. We even had an episode, right, where we spoke. It was not really an episode; it was more like a really small reel where we attended. I think it's a Baltimore. What was that? What did we attend? Was it the Baltimore government contracts?
The government contract.
There was a workshop on how to get government contracts. Yes, certifications that you need and all of that stuff. And then where to find the contracts. Yeah.
And there we met.
I think I told you about that event, right?
You did.
I invited you to the event, and then you came through.
Yeah, and then I think we met this guy. He's a business broker, and he was just telling me it's easy, just buy the business.
And he owns
an established franchise, FedEx.
He owns a couple of FedEx.
Yeah, he even told us about hotels. Yes. Okay. So for sure, you don't have to dive. Learn from my mistakes. And do things a better way. Now, if I'm going for it, I know the better way to do it. So yes. Business broker and financial services, and I, former restaurant owner and a healthcare provider in DC. So that's what we do.